I can feel your energy pulsating down my spine.
Hi guys, welcome to today's video. So today's video is a tutorial on this look. I'm gonna go ahead and apologize for the lighting. It is like 6 o'clock at night right now. The lighting kind of sucks outside, so I went ahead and just kind of closed the door. I closed the window blinds because it wasn't helping, and then I tried to use lamps to do it better. But this is a look that I got inspired off of Pinterest. So here's the photo right here. Obviously, I said this in the last time that I did a Pinterest inspired tutorial. It's inspired, not copied. So it's majority of it is going to be basically what she did. And then there's going to be a few things where it's like either I didn't have the right color, or I didn't like place it the exact same as she did, or whatever the case may be. So it's not a complete copy, it's just inspired. If you're interested in how I did create this look and how I got this, what I used and all of that, then please keep watching. Alright guys, so I figured the closest palette I had to kind of recreate this was the Subculture palette. I know not everybody likes that palette, so I'm gonna go ahead and apologize. I know there's dupes for it though, so if you wanted to use a dupe instead, that's a possibility. But like I said before, I actually like this palette. I'm gonna take this little shading brush by Real Techniques right here. I'm gonna be dipping into Axis right here. The way I'm gonna do this, just because of how the shadows are, I'm going to place this in like one spot and then try to blend it outwards. So like where I want the most pigment, I'm gonna place it there and then go out from there. So I want the most pigment like right here, right in the crease. And then I'm gonna, once I have majority of that placed, I'm going to blow it out basically. I'm only taking this about halfway. Now that we have the blue down, I'm gonna take this Vintage Cosmetics Company brush. This is the number 2. I forgot which BoxyCharm we got this in, but I know it's a BoxyCharm. I'm gonna try All Star first, and if that's not quite deep enough, then I'm gonna go in with Rowdy right here to deepen it more. The color she has is more of like a purple, and I want to keep it kind of true to the color at least. And I feel like Rowdy is a little too deep, but I feel like All Star is a little too red. So it's probably going to end up being a mix of both, but we'll see. I'm going to do the same thing, but on the outer side. Majority in the crease. I'm going to take it into the blue also. I'm going to blend it as best as I can in that blue shade right here. And then I'm going to blow it out here. And actually, to blow it out better, I'm gonna take this Royal and Langnickel brush right here. Whatever mess we get down here, I'm not worried about it because I'm going to end up fixing it with a makeup wipe. So these two colors might look kind of crazy right now, but we're gonna get there, I promise. I'm gonna take this brush right here. It's a BH Cosmetics brush. This is from the Rose Romance number 7 brush, and I'm gonna dip into Rowdy this time. And now I'm going to just kind of place that like majority. I'm just going to kind of pack it on the outer corner. I'm getting a tad bit muddy, so I'm going to take All Star and I'm going to set a base down of All Star first. And then I'm going to go in with Rowdy. Same brush, tap tap, and then I'm going to build Rowdy. That's better. Putting a base down makes it way better. And just kind of lightly flicking that up, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Or the brush we just used for the All Star color in the crease. And I'm basically just going to kind of add All Star back. And then I'm going to take that fluffy brush and blow it out. I'm gonna take a little bit of Axis and just kind of do the same thing, just put it in the crease and then blow it out a little bit. So this is kind of what we have right now. I know it doesn't look as nice at the moment, but we're gonna get there. I'm gonna take this little flathead brush. We're just gonna do a cut crease. Let me grab a smaller brush. When I place the concealer, I just kind of open my eyes, and you see how it gives me that line right there? That's kind of like the guide that I'm going to use to place this concealer. So I'm gonna grab a little more concealer to try and get that base a little brighter. And I don't know if I said, but I'm using the Age Rewind for the concealer. I have my cut crease, as you can see. I'm gonna take the brush that I used for Rowdy, and I'm just gonna kind of like lightly go over that concealer edge to give it more of a blended look. I'm gonna go in with New Wave right here, the shade right here. And I'm going to take that on this brush right here. This is the Mikasa Beauty brush, and I'm placing that on the same, ooh, I forgot it's pigmented. And I'm placing that over the same edge, or the edge that I placed the other shadow on. And again, I did not set this concealer, so. That same Rowdy brush again right here and just kind of blend. I'm gonna take this little brush right here and I'm going to dip into Adorn right here. And that's gonna go on the entire like inner lid. It's working wet. I mean, it's working dry, but not as nicely as I would like it to. So I am going to take my Cover FX spray. I don't like using this on my face because of the little glitter particles it has. So I like using it to wet my shadows. So I'm just going to wet my brush, dip back into Adorn. So that made my eye look super textured. I'm gonna go back in with New Wave, that yellow shade we just had. I feel like I need just a tad bit of a lighter color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take this Stila glitter and I'm actually gonna place it on top of Adorn, because Adorn is just a tad bit too like coppery for the look I was trying to go for. She didn't put a wing on, but I feel like mine is just kind of missing something. So I'm going to just add a wing, finish the other eye off of camera, and then I'll be back to do the rest of the face. Her face itself seems to be pretty simple. It doesn't look like she did anything too bold, which is understandable considering how bold her eyes are. So I'm going to just kind of real fast do the same. I'm going to take my rings off so I don't get foundation all over them. I'm going to prime today with the Cover FX Blurring Primer. I'm going to place this underneath my eyes, on my forehead, and in my T-zone. So basically where my pores are. I'm going to mix. I did this the other day and I really liked it. I'm going to mix the BH Cosmetics Liquid Foundation Naturally Flawless and the Infallible Total Cover by Loreal. The BH Cosmetics is in the shade 204 Natural Beige. The Loreal is in 301 Classic Ivory. So how I did this last time is I just took a pump on the back of my hand. I'll do 2 pumps. 2 pumps on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the Total Cover. I'm just going to squeezy tube a little bit. So I've been using the fat part to do basically my whole face. And then when I get like to my eyes, I've been kind of switching over. It looks like she kind of concealer lifted a little bit. So I am going to put concealer over, foundation over my lips. I'm going to set my face with the Too Faced Born This Way powder. She majority looks like she barely contoured and bronzed, so I can appreciate that because some days I just don't want to do any of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to contour slightly, and I'm going to use the Pure palette today. I don't really see too much of a highlight on her either. I am going to highlight though. I'm going to actually see about the lighter shade today and see how I feel about that one. The camera is picking up way more than what is on my cheek. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this brush today. I did not use it in my BoxyCharm video because basically I forgot. It feels really, really nice though. It's Aesthetica P12 face brush. I'm gonna try it for the bronzer today, which I'm using the Physicians Formula bronzer. Almost packs it a little bit. And it's like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like not a lot on the brush, or it doesn't seem like it is anyway. In person it looks fine, but on camera you can see it looks really harsh. But in person it's toned down more. She's got like a light pink flush, so I'm gonna take the Tarte Amazonian Clay. Oh man, everything is coming out harsh today. So I'm going to highlight. I'm also going to still use the Pure Sculptor palette. I'm going to use Originator and just kind of pop that on the cheeks. I like this highlight. I know a lot of people didn't, but I like it. So she has kind of like the concealer lips type thing going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually only wipe off foundation from the inside of my lips. And then I'm going to take, and I don't know if this is going to work as well as hers. If I had my ColourPop here, I feel like that gloss would be perfect for this. But it's not here. So I'm going to go in with this Huda Beauty lip strobe right here. This is, it says the shade Tuscany, but I remember specifically the box saying Snobby. I don't know, I thought it was Snobby, but anyway, so we're gonna just I think that was just a tad bit too pigmented for the look I was trying to do, but it's pretty, so I'm just gonna leave it. All right, so now that you're up and close and personal again, we're gonna go ahead and finish up the eyes. So how she has the eyes is she basically only has that like outer purpley shade. I think for now I'm gonna stick with what she did. I'm gonna try this one actually for now. This is one of the Luxie brushes. This is from the travel set. This is the 221T. Okay, so not gonna focus, but it's basically like a, there you can kind of see it. It's like a little flat liner brush. I'm gonna take All Star, this shade right here. I'm gonna take that just on the very edge, as you can see, or not see, on the very edge of that, and I'm just going to run that right under the lash line. And the only reason I wanted to stick with a smaller brush is because this stuff is, the Subculture is so pigmented that I don't want to go with a bigger brush and not be able to blend it out after, if that makes sense. And you'll have to excuse my wings, like, I do realize that they are not perfect. So I'm going to take that brush that I pulled out first, and now I'm going to kind of just blend the edges out. Alright, and then I'm going to take that same little brush, and this time I'm going to dip in Rowdy right here. So I'm going to do the same thing, but keep it way closer to the lash line, like it's liner, basically. So I'm actually going to go ahead and take the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, and I'm just putting that on the top lashes right now. Alright, so like I said, top lashes only. And today, I'm going to try some lashes. This is them right here. These are the Alina Deep Beauty lashes. These are in the style Pretty Girl. I'm not a huge dramatic lash person, so I'm gonna see if these were a good choice in buying real fast. Oh, I don't know if I like these. So as you can see, these are not a joke. As far as the style goes, I think they're actually really pretty. They're just way too long for me. So I think I'm gonna hold off on these for a minute. And what I'm gonna do is play with them another day and cut them down a little bit, because I actually really love the style of these. They're too long, and obviously I'm gonna have to cut them to make them match my eyes. They're just a tad bit too long. I'm gonna take these lashes right here. These are the Pure Cosmetic lashes that I got in a Boxy charm. You see there's a running theme here. I get a lot. Oh my god. That looks like ass. You see there's a running theme here though. I get a lot of stuff from Boxy charm. So, and I actually use it, so that tells you something. These are also pretty long. I've only worn these a couple times, but I actually really like these. They're just so wispy. They're really pretty. I know I actually had a conversation just today with somebody who said that they actually really didn't like these lashes. They didn't like the band on it. They like the style, just not the band. I personally really like big bands because I suck at lashes. So big bands for me are A1. I can get these on in one try. Little bands I have issues with, and I'm trying to figure out like how to get them to stick. So I'm gonna place some ColourPop eyeliner underneath, not underneath, on my lower lash line. I'm gonna try to get this to where you guys can see it and me not get out of focus or jump out of the screen like I like to do apparently. I don't have an inner corner highlight, but she doesn't either. So I'm kind of wondering if I should do one. Let me see what I got. I'm gonna go in this palette because I never reached for it, and I was kind of debating on trying to use this, but it didn't have all the colors. This is the Ace Beauty Quintessentials palette. There is a shade in here, right here, called Jasmine. That's the shade right. Well, I guess it doesn't want to show you, but it's like a light champagne-y color. I'm gonna take that on the inner corner. So pretty sure full face is done, so inner corner highlights in there. I'm gonna spray my face with the Hangover 3-in-1 primer and setting spray. So, and then really fast, do I even need to though? I don't think I need to, because I'm not going anywhere. Now if I was going somewhere, obviously I would put lower lash mascara on, but I'm not going anywhere. And that's one more thing that I'm gonna have to take off. So I'm actually not gonna do it today, but if you're going somewhere, you should put lower lash mascara on. I'm not going anywhere. I'm literally, it's 6 o'clock at night. I have nothing to do except homework because I am in a class now. So I'm going to be looking real pretty to do some homework online. So with that being said, this is it. This is the final look. If you liked it, please don't forget to hit thumbs up down at the bottom. You can also subscribe if you haven't already. That would be amazing. And as always, I hope to see you in the next video.